This is a bike that debuts a lot of firsts for Giant. It's the first time we've seen the brand bring their signature X series to EMTB. It's also the first time we've seen 2.9 wheels on a performance EMTB. There is a massive 625 watt-hour battery neatly hidden inside the frame. It has adjustable geometry, and it also debuts several performance upgrades to the top of the line Yamaha motor. So take a look at the 2021 Trance X E+ 2.9 Pro. And yes, that is quite a lot to say, but look at it, it's bloody nice. Here in Australia, the Trance X E+ will be offered in 3 different models with an attractive starting price of just $7,499. Now interestingly, all 3 models share the exact same aluminium frame, the same motor, and they all have that same massive battery. It's really just the other bits and pieces of spec that vary between the levels. So this bike was designed at Giant's e-bike headquarters over in Europe. And we had the opportunity to chat to the design team earlier this week via Skype. And what they told us was really interesting, that all of the testing they did on this bike was actually in the Alps or in really long mountainous regions. But they're also careful to say that this is by no means just a flat out downhill style bike. Of course, if you want that kind of bike, you look at the range. So what that leads me to wonder though is, who is this bike actually for? The Trance X. And I think I know. Back when I first set the bike up, I took advantage of its adjustable geometry, switching to flip chip, which is located inside the carbon fibre rocker link. It offers 2 positions, high and low, which ultimately drops the bottom bracket by 10mm and slackens the head angle and seat tube angle by nearly 1 degree. I, of course, opted for the low slack setting, which feels spot on. As I touched on earlier, this is the first time we've seen the X series brought to a Giant e-bike. X models tend to have more travel, burlier geometry, which basically means they like to party harder when out on the trails. Now speaking of travel, the bike packs 150mm up front with 140mm in the rear. Now combined with those big 2.9 wheels and chunky Maxxis rubber, the bike certainly feels balanced. It's also lovely and plush. Of course, the heart and soul of this bike is its premium Sync Drive Pro motor, which is made by Yamaha. It boasts 80 Nm of torque and up to 360% of support, which certainly packs a massive punch. And, in my opinion, this is probably the smoothest and certainly one of the most quiet motors on the market. And of course, with that massive internal battery, you can literally be out on the trails all day long and still have plenty of juice left in the tank. This is the e-bike version of the one trail bike to do it all. It's a jack of all trades and bloody good at pretty much all of them. It descends with confidence, it's incredibly fast and efficient up the hills and long. The 2.9 wheels make it feel incredibly planted, great handling, lots of power, and obviously there's that massive battery. So yeah, who's this bike for? Everyone.